Daz Dee TV.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of Daz Dee TV. And in this episode we're going to be talking all about nutrition. Now, just to give you the context of this, why we're talking about nutrition today, we have been getting back into the adult training market. So if you know anything about APA, you know that our core business is sports performance, meaning that we get people fit for sport. Now, that doesn't mean that nutrition isn't a big part of that process. It just means that when we've been working with some of our adult clients who, let's say their main goal is to increase muscle mass or to reduce body fat, we know that nutrition is a really key component part of the success that they're going to have. So it's come up increasingly, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the discussions that I've had recently with some of the coaches that work for me. So I'm always a bit reluctant to talk about nutrition on any kind of level of detail, because at the end of the day I'm not qualified to do that. And when I was speaking to some of my coaches, they were asking if they could give nutritional advice as part of the training packages that they were offering. They wanted to know, could they give them meal plans, and generally speaking my answer is, well, it depends. It depends on what you're actually doing. Now, just to be kind of on the record here and historically correct, I actually reached out to a friend of mine who went to university with. He's called Phil Lerney, and he's doing great things in the fitness industry. He has his own business, and I've just got some information here, and I spoke to him. And he said to me, the only thing that you can't do is offer prescriptive advice for the treatment of conditions, or to determine what someone should eat with respect to foods. So setting macros and helping people find foods within those macros is fine, as long as you're qualified to be able to give the advice and get insurance to do so. So at the moment, that means that for most of us, if we're not actually qualified in any kind of capacity, then we shouldn't really be giving nutritional advice beyond some basic principles of healthy eating. And so where I sit on this is, absolutely you should be talking to your clients about nutrition. Absolutely you should be giving them some general healthy eating advice, like the kind of foods that they should be eating more of, and the kind of foods that perhaps they should be eating less of, giving them advice on the types of behaviors that will help them to get closer towards what they want, and maybe talking about some of the behaviors that they need to stop. But I don't think that for the most part you should really be monitoring someone's specific calorie intake, their macro and micronutrient intake. That you should definitely not be writing a specific dietary plan. And I think if you want to go down that route, you need to check out someone like Phil Lerney, who can put you on the right path. For me personally, it's something that I'm actually really keen to do now. He's got an advanced coaching academy, and as part of that advanced coaching academy there's a particular nutritional modular pathway that you can sign up for. I'm not in any way like a brand ambassador or anything like this. I just think that if you're interested in nutrition and you want to give specific nutritional advice to your clients, it's something that you should get a recognized qualification in, that you can then get insurance for. So at the very least you can then actually call yourself a nutritional advisor or some kind of nutritional consultant. If at the end of that certification process you want to take your nutritional studies further, you can go to somewhere like the ISSN and get a diploma, and you go and check out someone like Lauren Bannock, that he'll be able to help you there. And then obviously down the track beyond that, you can do something like a master's in nutrition, and at that point you can call yourself a nutritionist. And depending on where you go with your nutritional studies, you may go through further studies to become a dietitian. which is obviously the highest level of nutritional support that you can give someone, and those are the only people that are allowed to give specific nutritional advice to people who have actually got medical conditions that are associated with a nutritional deficiency or problem. So if you've got like something like diabetes, if you've got some kind of disordered eating, if you have some kind of metabolic disorder, then of course a nutritionist is not going to be able to do that. Only a dietitian through the NHS is going to be able to do that. So hopefully I'm just taking you through the levels. I'm probably now going to sign up for the nutritional course that Phil's got online. I'm really excited about that. And again, as I said, if you are working with clients, please bear in mind some of the things I've said. I think it's important that we can help our athletes, but as well as the athletes, the adult clients that you might work with. But I just think you've got to be honest with what your scope of practice is, and if you haven't got some kind of certification where you have got insurance to say that you are a nutritional consultant, then you shouldn't be giving nutritional advice beyond just the basics, which is the principles of good food choices, healthy eating habits, and things like that. And just to say, if that is what you're looking to do, I have got a free ebook that I've just written just for this purpose, so that if you do want to give basic, fundamental, healthy eating advice, you can use this ebook as a reference. It's based on all of the things that I think you can give advice on without needing to have this qualification, and I think it's a start point for everyone. So feel free to have a look at it, tell me what you think, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care. Thanks very much.